A gym cell is an incel who goes to the gym thinking that putting on a bunch of muscle will improve his chance with women.
Wait. So it's a person that don't get bitches. What up, YouTube? It's your boy Curse coming at you another episode, and today we're gonna be reacting to types of incels explained. Now, why we here? Because I'm gonna be honest, I hear this word often, and I know you hear it often as well. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know or be in the know enough to know what they talking about. I know that ain't make a lick of sense, but this is what I'm trying to say. I hear the word and I see people use it, and I'm just like, bro, what are they saying? This video came across, and I'm just like, let's gain some knowledge, you know, being on the internet and all that. So let's go ahead and chime right in.
On the internet, you might have came across this term, incel. This term meaning involuntary celibate. It's been used by ratchet women and soy boys as an insult towards anybody who criticizes women. However, incel is actually somebody who just fails to attract somebody of the opposite gender. But what if I told you that all incels are not the same? For example, we have the gym cell. A gym cell is an incel who goes to the gym thinking that putting on a bunch of muscle will improve his chance with women.
Wait. So it's a person that don't get bitches, but then it's different varieties of incels. And hold on.
And sometimes this does actually work because going to the gym will fix insecurity issues and improve your mood, making it easier to approach women. However, this isn't always the case. Gym cells often think that just because they get a bunch of muscle, women just will throw themselves at them, but not every woman enjoys big, bulky muscles. In fact, a lot of muscular guys report that they actually get more compliments from men than they do women. I believe that if you're going to the gym for the sole reason to attract women, I think you're going for the wrong reasons. But to summarize things up, gym cells are just incels that thought that going to the gym and gaining muscles would get them to attract women, but it didn't. I do also want to note that gym cells are actually pretty rare. Like, you have to have really bad genetics in order to be a gym cell. I know this might contradict what I said earlier, but a lot of people do actually just look better with muscle on them. Like, even this Asian guy looked a lot better with muscle on him and a new haircut. This guy who pops in my head whenever I think about gym cells actually doesn't even look that bad. They edited his forehead to look a lot bigger than it actually is.
That's crazy.
Which they made him literally look like Senator Armstrong from Metal Gear Rising. And a lot of people confuse gym cells with a misogynistic man that just happens to go to the gym. There is a difference between a gym cell who's going to the gym to be more attractive but fails to do so, and the TikTok gym cell aesthetic. Did you know that also some people blame their incelhood on their race? For example, we have this guy, 19 male, right cell, no cell, lip cell, asked a girl for her number last week on campus. She called security on me and I was interrogated by them for 4 hours. Guys, can we be honest? Is it over for him? I believe this categorization comes up because some people just have a preference when it comes to the race that they want to date, and this could cause insecurities about how somebody feels about their own race. We also have black cells, white cells, bean cells, curry cells. Guys, I don't make this stuff up. This is actually on the official Incel wiki. I'd also like to note that it's usually the curry cells and the white cells, or the Indians and the East Asians that mostly fall into the incelhood. My evidence for this is that on the Incel wiki, both of these terminologies have extensive writing about them, but all the others don't.
Bro, what?
Except for the France cell. And I'd like to believe that this is an indication that there's a lot of conversation going around curry cells and rice cells, but none of the other type of racial cells. Now, I have a question for you, the viewer. Has your brain been fried from all the bullshittery we've talked about yet? No.
Yeah, bro. Oh, we got a good minute of this. Okay, bro. So I don't know nothing.
Oh, good, because we still have more terminology to go over. In the incel community, there's also a debate between true cells and fake cells. True cells are incels that genuinely believe that they will never ever be able to win the affection of a woman. These are people that no matter how hard they try, no matter how hard they work, no matter how much they groom themselves or work out or anything, they will never be able to gain a woman. And then on the other side of the coin, there's the fake cells. There's actually two types of fake cells. One type of fake cell is where they've had a romantic relationship in the past, but not currently. This also includes if a fake cell has had somebody interested in them in the past that they just didn't reciprocate. The other kind of fake cell is somebody that is actually decently attractive, and if they tried, they could actually get a woman. If they groom themselves properly, if they get a nice haircut, if they actually took care of themselves, if they actually went outside and socialized with people, they would probably have a significant other pretty quickly. However, they don't do this in order to claim incelhood so they can feel a part of a special group. For some reason, incelhood has become somewhat desirable. I'm not sure if it's because people want to feel special in their group or if it's just that they want to be in their own self-pity. However, I do know that there's nothing more stressful for a true cell than battling fake cell allegations. If they go into your past and see that you've even held hands with a girl one time, you've lost your true cell status.
Bro,
if you've
what are we talking about? And you know what's crazy? We listen to this, but there are people out there that's really by the book with this stuff. Like everything he explained is like someone's religion for real. Like that's how they taking it. So it's crazy to me to hear all this and see all this. I thought I was ready to know something. I'm not.
Conversation with a woman outside of a professional setting for more than 30 seconds, you've lost your true cell status. However, the biggest fake
true cell status, like this is a gene pool.
Cells of them all has got to be the Fem Cells. Fem Cells are pretty controversial in the incel community, wondering if they can actually be incels or not. This is mainly because of their biological roles in the world. The question that's mainly raised is, can women be incels, or are they just picky about who their partner is? I've made an entire video with the question asked if Fem Cells even exist, where I talk about how Fem Cells are just picky women, and there's always gonna be that one guy that's always down. Fem Cells in my comment section then clap back saying that then incels are also fake cells because they can always get an illegal sex worker, or they can just grape somebody. And I feel like that argument actually doesn't work in their favor, because that just goes to show the struggle between a true incel and a fem cell, where an incel needs to perform illegal activities, sometimes violent, in order to get rid of his celibacy, where a fem cell just has to answer that one guy in her DMs. And there is that one chance that whoever left that comment is just rage baiting. If that's the case, then I'm just rage baiting you by pretending to take your rage bait serious. And then there's the incels that blame their physical features for why they're an incel. Like this guy, for example. He calls himself a nose cell and a lip cell. Wait, didn't we already talk about this guy before? Man, it is so over for this guy. I'm sorry, man. In all honesty, he doesn't even have that bad of lips. Like, some girls actually like bigger lips, but that nose, bro, yeah, I'm sorry, there's no fixing that. And according to the Incel Wiki, which I didn't know existed until making this video, there's a lot of traits that can consider you an incel. We have an acne cell, bald cell, chin cell, cute cell, dick cell, eye cell, fat cell, frame cell, hair cell, height cell, nose cell, remousse cell, thin cell, ugly cell, wrist cell, and ear cell. I found out that the remousse is a bone, a part of the jaw. I don't know why they just don't call them jaw cells, but
what are we talking about?
We have a remousse cell. I just want to say, in no way am I supporting this type of mentality. I do believe that, yeah, if you're like an quote-unquote acne cell, you might have harder time attracting women or whatever, but an ear cell, like, I just feel like at that point you're just being nitpicky about yourself. Like, bro, I promise you your small wrists are not the reason why you can't pick up women. Like, at what point are we just like finding any excuse possible to just sit in our own self-pity? I also found out that there's diseases and mental disabilities that can make you a cell. Like, they have the Down cell on here. There's Down syndrome incels now. Autist cell is somebody whose inceldom is partially derived from their Asperger's syndrome or other disorders. At least half, if not all, the writers of Wiki Incel are afflicted with autism or an autism-adjacent disorder. It's kind of a weird flex, but okay. Oh, and then also they had to add combined with high IQ and high rationality. Actually, in order to understand the Incel Wiki, you actually have to have a high IQ. And then in the miscellaneous part of the well-known Incel categories, we have a bunch of mumbo-jumbo, like Cyber Cell, Escort Cell, Incompetent Cell, Location Cell, Country Side Cell, Denial Cell. We have a Sister Cell, an Incel that has a sister. Who cares?
Bro, what?
Voice Cell, I've actually heard of that. Voice Cell is somebody who just has an unattractive voice.
Ladies! Oh, you're from around these parts, eh? Yeah, I'm from Saskatchewan.
A standard cell where their standards are too high, causing them to be alone, so basically every fem cell. A mare cell, which is apparently somebody who's in a sexless marriage, so despite them even being married, they're still an incel. That sounds miserable. But yeah, that's all the incels that I feel like explaining. If you want to go check the incel wiki for yourself to see if you might be some kind of incel, then feel free. But in all honesty, my brain is starting to feel fried, so this is where I'm gonna end today's video.
That was level 10 brain rot. I'm gonna be honest, I was level 10 brain rot. And if you're a part of that, hold on. If you're a part of anything like that, seek some help, some guidance. All right, you know, I heard it a few times, I saw it a few times, I didn't know what it was. I went and found out, and honestly, I learned nothing. And I really can't get that time back, and you can't either. So we shared a moment together, and I appreciate you for being here. Show some love. Have a good rest of your day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.